Thanks for checking out the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to see me play your deck, hang out with me in the amazing BoshNRoll community in Discord, access to my lists and sideboard guides before tournaments, book an individual coaching session, or just generally want to support what's going on here, check out the Patreon and YouTube membership options. For the finest Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, use code BoshNRoll for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. If you want to play what I'm playing, use my affiliate link to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com and play any deck anytime on Magic Online with a cardhoarder.com loan account. Thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back once again to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy at the request of Patreon subscriber Luca. Luca is the originator of Algae Pox. Wah! Spreading Algae plus Urborg is the combo here. 1 green enchantment, enchant Swamp. When enchanted land becomes tapped, destroy it. When Spreading Algae is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return it to your hand. With Urborg in play, anytime your opponent taps a land, it dies, and then Algae goes back to your hand, you can put it on another land, get him. It's tucked into a Pox shell. We got Smallpox, Liliana the Veil, Light from the Loam, Wasteland, you know what it is. Rusty old Loam Pox. But there's a twist with this build. Luca told me to build Algae Pox the way I want, and the way I want to do it is to add the initiative. Vicious Battle Rager, 3 and a black. When this enters the battlefield, you take the initiative, and whenever this creature becomes blocked, that creature's controller loses 5 life. There are 2 4-mana initiative creatures available on Magic Online, which is not all of them that exist in real life yet. The other one is a 2/2 lifelink that in your end step, if you have the initiative, you put a +1 counter on it. I chose to go for the thing that doesn't die to lightning bolt, where the total stats of the creature barely matter, though lifelink is kind of exciting. But just having the creature in play as long as possible is what I went for here. So we're on Vicious Battle Rager instead of the lifelink one, whatever that one's called. I wanted to add the initiative to this deck for 2 reasons. One of them is that it's the hot new thing, and it would be exciting to try it. The other being, as a largely creatureless deck, this deck is completely incapable of taking the initiative if your opponent ever gets it. So if we play against the initiative and they play initiative creature, that's it. Unless we do something dramatic to address that. And I decided to just play my own initiative creatures, solving a problem for me and creating one for my other opponents. Love to see it. This is a Mox Diamond and Dark Ritual deck. We are accelerating out things ahead of schedule. And the initiative is better the sooner you can deploy it. I still followed my normal rules of 6 total ramp effects in Pox. I feel like if you have 8, that's too many. Like if you do the full 4 Dark Ritual, 4 Mox Diamond, you end up flooded out on those and they don't get you where you want to go. I've been really happy with 6, and because of Battle Rager, I've decided to split them 3 and 3 on the Dark Ritual rather than 4-2 favoring Mox Diamond. This Dark Ritual is one that really gets Battle Rager out there. And that's what we're doing here. This build has a crop rotation package that normal Pox doesn't have. Got some techie lands that we can dig up when we want them. Most notably the Urborg. Really want access to that one. We are a light Urza Saga deck, only 2 instead of the normal 4 that I play in Algae Pox or in Loam Pox, because you need to make room for the algae stuff. So Urza Saga gets the knockdown. I'm on Currency Converter over Retrofitter Foundry. I just like Converter better as a Magic card, but we'll see. I could see that going either way, or maybe you just want both. With a lower Saga count. If you had 4 Sagas, I think you'd want Foundry, but with just 2, Currency Converter kind of rules. But this is it. The comments have been joking. When are we going to see Initiative Sharkstill Pox? Well, here's 2 of the 3. This is Algae Initiative Pox. Let's do it. I'm on the play in round 1. I do have Loam, but it's not really going anywhere. I don't have Wasteland to go with it. I could play turn 2 Saga. If Besaju doesn't do anything, we're in trouble though. I'm going to mulligan this. Here we go. Turn 1 Hymn to Tarok, and we got Light from the Loam rocking. Easy keep. And I'm going to bottom the Curse Scroll. Opponent kept 7. Let's start with Mox Diamond. Discard Castle Lochthwain. I'm going to fetch my basic Swamp. Just make sure Wasteland doesn't collapse my plan here. My opponent appears to be F6'd, so let's get him. Like Plume Adventurer, City of Traders hit the bin. Let's hope I'm rewarded for putting initiative in my own deck. From Mox. We hit a soul land and an initiative creature. If they could just do it twice. Whatever. Okay, whatever. We hit White Plume Adventure and City of Traders, and they just played White Plume Adventure anyway. Cool. I do at least have some sort of out to this. Urza Saga is a great draw. That can clear the White Plume Adventure and start making creatures of my own. Get to Liliana here and make you sack a creature. I'm going to go into the Lost Well. They have to scry 2 here, which I don't really like. 3 of their 8 initiative creatures are already gone, though. Seasoned Engineers under the Chrome Mox. Bottomed both on the scry. Walking Ballista for 2. Okay, that can kill Liliana, and then also answer my Saga tokens. They'd have to ratchet it up, but it's gonna work. Oh my god. That's really interesting. Do I want to take a turn off Sagaing? If I can walk Ballista into a trap here, if I draw a land, this is fine. If I don't, it sucks. All right, I'm gonna lead on. I'm gonna do the Saga thing. You get a treasure here. Walking Ballista is interesting in a main deck. I haven't seen that card before. They're 1 mana short of cranking up Ballista twice. No attack. That's interesting. Okay, we got to draw a land here because they're unless they have Solitude, then it doesn't matter. But they would have attacked if they had Solitude. Yep, cranking up Ballista, and then Ballista will shoot my Construct. Okay, deck, we got to draw an untapped land right now and take this thing over. Let's do it. Untap land. Fingers crossed. No. They get to go into Catacombs next turn. I have to spend this turn loaming. So if I tutor up Currency Converter plus Liliana, I get to put Loam under the converter, and then Liliana can minus on the skeleton, and I'm actually attacking. That's really interesting. Yeah, I'm going for that. Player discards a card. Discarding Loam. Discarded Ancient Tomb. That is a non-creature or non-land card to turn into a 2/2 rogue. Liliana can hit their skeleton. No, they're spending mana. Don't do that. Shit. That's so annoying. Now they just have literally anything between me and the initiative. Let's make my rogue. And I have to dredge loam this turn. We're out of options here. Make my opponent sack a creature. That's interesting. They pumped up Ballista in response. If they try to take out Liliana, then I get the initiative. If they take out the rogue token, they lose 2 creatures. I guess this way plays around removal. They're going after Lily. Wait a minute. They just giving me the initiative here? Okay, they decided that 4 life was worth putting 1 damage on Liliana, which I think I agree with. That was actually a really good play. Hate to admit it. Rogue token, get in there. We're trading with the skeleton. They're going to get a flip off the Undercity. Like Urza Saga, Verdant Catacombs. Or I guess I want Locthwain. Locthwain, Saga, Bayou. And redeploy Saga. And pass the turn. They go into the Throne of the Dead 3 here. They have 1 card in their hand. Yeah, that 1 damage on Liliana was really smart. I don't get to minus and clear whatever comes out of the throne here. That's the one I really didn't want to see. The protection from creatures is such a beating. And they go back to the top of the entrance. They could have gotten Thalia or White Plume Adventure. Yeah, they got a good one. There's the land they just searched for. Oh no, they're still tapping mana. Stop doing that. Palace Jailer too. Alright, this one's sliding away. It was close for a minute there. I'm going to be drawing for my turn, not dredging Loam. Isle Spellbomb. That is actually pretty good because it turns into a creature under Currency Converter. Discard an Isle Spellbomb. Yes, exile that. And then Vicious Battle Rager, let's go. I don't even have a basic to search for. I'm just denying them their forge, I guess, temporarily. They're also at 6, so they can't block Battle Rager that many times. This is kind of interesting. It would be more interesting if they didn't hit Seasoned Engineer last turn, but they did. But if they attack Liliana, then they don't attack me, and then they don't get the initiative. They have to deal combat damage to me to take the initiative, not my Planeswalker. Explored a Lotus Petal into the graveyard. This is attacking me, of course, which puts them into the Forge or the Lost Well for their preference. They are going into the Forge, making Palace Jailer bigger. I do have 2 attackers going into their turn. Baby, stop casting creatures for once in your life. Take it easy on me. Talia sucks. First strike, huge beating. There's not a Shadow Spear in my deck. There is a Curse Scroll. That's interesting. I'm making my 2/2. Curse Scroll might get me through here. Draw for turn. Please don't draw Curse Scroll. Oh, Curse Scroll's in the graveyard. God damn it. Okay, I'm drawing for turn. Smallpox, huh? That's interesting. What cards are in my deck right now? Just Pithing Needle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I can't Smallpox and Tutor. Okay. Gonna just float mana here. Gonna get the... Oh, I could Mox Diamond. Is that better? No, it's the same. Pithing Needle and name Walking Ballista, I guess. Better late than never. Walking Ballista. And activate Liliana, target you. Like the Thalia. Okay. Castle Lock Thwain from my hand. And I might as well loot here. I have a mana floating. I can still cast Smallpox. Draw, discard. Don't want to dredge Loam. Discard Urza Saga. Oh, right, Thalia's gone. I could have done that anyway. I gotta hope they block Battle Rager and just die. But that wouldn't make any sense. So why would they do that? If they take 5 off Battle Ranger, which it doesn't even kill, it just doesn't make any sense to make that block. No block at all. That's clever. Or is it clever? Like, why wouldn't you just eat my rogue for free? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, I get to go into the Forge. Or do I want the Well? I think I want the Forge because that makes Battle Rager lethal and they have to block it. I put that on Battle Rager, and then I'm going to Smallpox them down to 2, where they can't tap Ancient Doom anymore. Second main, black, Smallpox. They're going to lose Jailer. I'm going to lose Rogue. Oh, I'm just dead. Never mind. They get to attack me, then go into trap. Bummer. Okay, that was a close one. But no good. Yeah, they just had me dead anyway. And there's nothing I can draw for 1 mana that clears the Dungeoneer. Sudden Edict is in my deck, but I don't have 2 mana. Brutal. Okay. Fight game. I take 8, and then I take 5 from the trap. Maybe I was just supposed to attack with Battle Rager last turn. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, protection for creatures. Yeah, maybe I could have tricked them into blocking the Battle Rager and then dying from 1. I don't know. I definitely did not do the correct amount of counting if I was just dead on board. Okay, they had the nuts on every turn, but it was still came down to 1 attack step. That's kind of sweet. I probably want my Assassin's Trophies and Plague Engineers in, just as removal and creatures. And we've seen at least Thalia that Plague Engineer can hit. Grafdigger's Cage stops the Throne of the Dead 3, I think. Yeah, the throne reveals, it doesn't exile. So Grafdigger's Cage does stop the Throne of the Dead 3, if I want that. Which is the scariest room. Nile Spellbomb doesn't matter. I do like Thoughtseize Hymn to Turok. I think spreading Algae is just not going to be helpful here. This is not what this matchup's about. About removal and creatures. I kind of like Rashad board. I like Wasteland a lot. I like Urza Saga. Seiju's fine. The turn 1 Hymn to Turok was awesome. Their hand just produced 2 different turn 1 White Plume Adventurers. Crop rotation matter. This is not a Tabernacle matchup. They're going to have way more lands than they have creatures all the time. Crop rotations go out. I don't have a Maze of Ith or anything like that. Needle can hit Walking Ballista, which was actually a huge part of that game we just played. Right, I'm going to do it like this. Dark Ritual Thoughtseize is the opener, or just Thoughtseize. I guess you don't need a Dark Ritual. I am going to keep this and just hope their hand is medium. Even just buying the time to get Urza Saga online is good news for me. When it kept 7, bad news. I'm going to fetch just the minor thinning you get in this deck without Brainstorm. Might as well. All right, so we've got Chrome Mox, Fairy Macabre, multiple Touch the Spirit Realms. I'm taking Chrome Mox. Yeah, I'll just bet on white mana not showing up. Ancient Tomb. There's a Saga. Let's go. All right, we're just getting set up here. The other tomb. I'm not going to Beseiju an Ancient Tomb when that just gets them the planes that I specifically denied them. Fetch is exile up to one artifact or creature, so it does not get enchantments. Safe from that. Uh-oh. Did they find an initiative creature to go with this? Elite Spellbinder. That can knock Plague Engineer out of my hand, but this is a human that just dies to Plague Engineer. You love to see it. And I can Dark Ritual it out to pay the Troll Toll. I'm going to leave my basic in the deck this time. Give me some value off of the first room of the Undercity if we get in there. An Edict. Cool. That means I can clear the Spellbinder and they'll move forward with the Saga. Construct. Do I want Curse Scroll here or Currency Converter? Oh, Mox Diamond is actually probably better than both of those. But Mox Diamond lets me discard Bayou and then just cast this Sudden Edict. Edict you and then bash. The Engineer cost one more than I could get away with the Dark Ritual. The 5 mana play and I had 4. If they have white mana right here and can Palace Jail me, that's actually kind of annoying. Shit. Okay, they get to go into the jail. I can still Cavern or Plague Engineer on human and it's just a chump block. But Touch the Spirit Realm, also a huge dick lord. Okay, they're just touching my spirits with channel mode rather than deploying Palace Jailer. I'm okay with that. Into Turok, what's up? For those about Turok, I'm all about Turok, and you know it. Bang. I should have attacked first. Well, if they want to touch the Spirit Realm, then it softens up their hand to... Oh, okay, they had Sword Splashers. Got it. I know all the cards in their hand. Let's see the 2 white ones at the graveyard. God, they kept Palace Jailer. I could Dark Ritual activate Castle Lochthwain. I actually think that's pretty good. Dark Ritual, Lochthwain. And I hit a land drop off that. They know my hand right now is just Beseiju. I don't want to put Plague Engineer where they can just Palace Jail it for basically free. Okay. Now I can kill this for free. Ooh, that might be better. This clears the Palace Jailer, knocks them off mana. Do I want to Beseiju first is the question. I can play Beseiju as a mana source, or I can hit Ancient Tomb. They're left with 3 mana either way. Just 1 fewer planes in their deck. I think I'd rather play Beseiju as a land, or... I just really don't want this Palace Jailer to ever happen. I'm going to play Beseiju as a land. And then Smallpox. Attacking the basic. I can activate Lochthwain. I've already made my land drop. There's no reason to do that now, but I could start drawing extra cards. Just don't White Plume Adventure me right now. We'll get along just fine. Okay. Castle Lochthwain, time to take over this game. Seize. They didn't play a land, so I expect they do have a spell over there. Let's see a Seasoned Dungeoneer hit the graveyard. Very Macabre 2 lands in response. That's fine. I think I want to trophy the Ancient Tomb. That way there's no 1 card they can draw that I am super worried about. This takes White Plume Adventure off. Their deck relies on 3 drops. Okay, let's go. This is where Ox thrives through Life from the Loam. Which means I can continue Lochthwaining. This Lochthwain activation cost me 3 life. It's kind of a big hit, but I think a card's worth it here. Oh, okay. I am just gonna draw a card. Currency Converter, that's a good one. I think I am gonna Dredge Loam in case I hit Wasteland. That's something I'm interested in. Did not hit Wasteland. All right. Bayou, Human on Plague Engineer and Currency Converter, deploy it. And let's go. Let's not get Palace jailed right now. Oh no. Lotus Petal. Okay, they just passed the turn. Just playing around discard. I like that. I'm gonna play Bayou, and then I'm gonna take 2 off of a Lochthwain. Or I guess I take 3. Getting a little wild here. Back for 2. I'm gonna activate currency converter right now. What just happened? Oh, Jesus Christ. I hit the wrong button. I meant to loot there, but I just paid 2 mana and then tapped to put an exiled card. Okay, great. Good thing we're not playing a game where every draw step matters right now. Okay, it's all good. Figure it out. No worries. I'm going to do the correct thing this time. Draw a card and discard a card. Discard one of these Life from the Loams. Need 2 of those. I'll play my land. Urborg is in my deck. It's actually in my graveyard right now. I'm out of fetchables. But getting my hand empty is non-zero. I am gonna pick up the Urborg here with Loam. I'd feel a lot better if I was a card deeper in my deck and this currency converter had a creature under it. Oh, Solitude. We get there. Okay. Yep. If I could just block Solitude here. Oh, this is in my main phase. Whoopsie doozies. Eat Smallpox. Smallpox. I'll discard Dark Ritual and sack Beseiju. Dark Ritual gets to get exiled into the currency converter. That gives me 2 rogues in the bank. Can't get them both at the same time, but they're there. Opponent's at 3. That was a big mistake, but we take those. Okay, opponent's Hellbent. Ancient Tomb in play. Do I want to Dredge Loam? I don't. Mox Diamond. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I'm actually not playing the Urborg because that might turn on Ancient Tomb in a way that I don't like. So playing Urborg or playing Mox Diamond gives me Castle Locthwain at 0. Magic here. What's the Spirit Realm? Okay, they're gonna exile my currency converter forever. Gonna put it from the Loam in my graveyard and get a 2/2. I can Loam up Beseiju, clear the touch. Yeah, I should have gotten my hand empty last turn. That was loose. Urza Saga, Beseiju in hand, and Verdant Catacombs. I'm actually not going to target the Catacombs. I want my hand empty. Play Urza Saga, a Mox Diamond, discard Urborg, then back. Opponent's at 1. You can't tap Ancient Tomb. They have to do something for 3 mana. White Plume Adventure actually does get this party started. Alright, nice. Pox game. Now I gotta win one on the draw, which is hard mode. I don't think my deck's getting any better. Crop Rotation could tutor up Wasteland. It's nothing. You can also tutor up Saga. It's actually pretty good. I think I need all these other cards though. I think Needle is the only maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in Crop Rotation and cut Needle. Walking Ballista is just gonna ballist me if it happens. Okay. The turn 1 Smallpox. If they turn 1 Initiative, this hand's kind of dumpy. I'm gonna keep though. The only thing I could do better is have my own initiative creature. Yeah, opponents kept 7 every game. That's pretty good for a stompy deck. Lotus Petal and Chromox. Just getting Dungeoneered on turn 1. Hell yeah, we are. Okay. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna Smallpox, and then hope we find something else. Sudden Edict. Smallpox is still better than that. Yeah, wiping out this Ancient Tomb seems pretty good. What am I gonna discard if I Smallpox, though? Like, I could just Dark Ritual, Sudden Edict. I do want to take their land out, though. But I can Wasteland it. Getting their hand lower. Okay. I am gonna Dark Ritual Smallpox here. And I'm gonna discard the... I think it's the Sudden Edict. That's such a good spell. It's Dark Ritual. I'm off it. No. It's Crop Rotation. Okay. Tough choice, but we got there eventually. I need the Dark Ritual in case I draw my Battle Rager. I'm gonna discard Solitude. Okay. We get to Scry 2. A top-bottomed the Scry. There's the planes we know about. More Sudden Edict. I mean, the 2 Sudden Edicts can clear the Skeleton and whatever comes out of the throne, but it's not really a long-term game plan. Thalia, weirdly perfect here. I'll have to draw Plague Engineer. Engineer. Urborg. Okay, I'll play Urborg. I can Edict the Thalia if I want to spend my Dark Ritual on that. But I have to do it now if I'm going to do it. Stupid Thalia. Get rid of her. Ooh, Smallpox. That's actually kind of exciting because I can clear the skeleton. I have to Sudden Edict first and then Smallpox, right? Because I would lose Edict to the Pox. Do I want to Wasteland them, I guess is the question. Then they're just back in the Undercity, going for a second spin. Seems so bad. I'm going to Edict them now. Them having no mana, but they get to tutor up another. They have plenty of mana. I'm not going to Wasteland them. Here comes the throne. 10 cards revealed. Got Lauren of the Third Path, Solitude, White Plume Adventurer, and Dungeoneer. And Dungeoneer confirmed. Other planes in their hand. No. Another creature to insulate against the Pox. Ugh. Alright. Yep, we're dead. Being on the draw was always going to be a nightmare. We really needed that game 1 Hymn-to-Turok to actually take them off. Yeah, I'm not beating Seasoned Dungeoneer from here. GG's. That was a scrappy one. Game 1, super close. Game 2, super easy. Game 3, super easy for them. It's kind of play draw magic there. Woof. On to the next round. At least we had a chance, though. Initiative cards showing up. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and every other format you'll see on this channel. They have multiple customizations so you can view your deck how you want. Text view, stacks, grid, custom grouping by type, subtype, color, light mode, dark mode. However you want to see your deck, they can provide it for you. My favorite feature is you can choose your set printing, make the deck look exactly how you want it to. The deck screen features expandable sections that show you what tokens your deck makes, your recent change history to the deck, stats about mana curve and opening hand distribution, mana cost distribution. You can deal out sample hands and even play test the deck. Island Ponder. You know I'm keeping this one. This site has everything. Follow me on Moxfield.com to keep up with decks I'm playing for the channel and what I'm up to in paper. I'll see you there. I'm on the play in round 2 with kind of a strange one. And I'm keeping this hand. I'm just deciding if I'm going to Thoughtseize or Hymn-to-Turok on turn 1. I don't have a land to keep the party going if I Hymn-to-Turok. I think I'm just going to Swamp Thoughtseize. Okay. We are against Elves. I'm going to take Allosaurus Shepherd, leaving them with 2 Glimpse of Natures and an Endurance. Old school combo Elves. If I draw a land here, I get to Hymn-to-Turok. Okay, cool. They play the Misty. Means I can Mox Diamond, discard the Bayou, Hymn-to-Turok, and then play Urza Saga. I was just missing a land to do all this on turn 1. Hit one of the Glimpses and the Bayou. Alright. Now we're doing stuff. Loam would be my best draw right now. That lets me cast Loam, get 2 lands back, play 1 land, play the Mox Diamond, still activate Urza Saga. Elvish Visionary, you got it. Oh, they do have Endurance. Let's see if that's worth 2 cards to them. Loam is kind of anemic. Right, yeah, they didn't snap it off. Bayou, Mox Diamond. Awesome. Okay, so I get to go into Saga Town, and the sagas are, or the constructs are arriving as 3/3s. Pretty big. I can tutor up Curse Scroll and control the elf population. Or I could get Pithing Needle. Alright, they made their fetch, so I can't get Pithing Needle now. Or at least I don't want to. They're just slamming in Endurance right now. No, they don't want me to Dredge Loam. That's fine. I wasn't going to anyway. I guess maybe I would. I don't know. But I don't have to think about it. Oh, the Battle Rager. I still think investing in some constructs is the game plan right now. First scroll kind of slaps here. First scroll, and I'm gonna attack for 5. No block. Interesting. I can Sudden Edict, but if they play Cradle, then they can get the mana right away. There's Glimpse. Sudden Edict gonna help me here. I might as well crack it off. It's not getting better. At least before they drop the Cradle, let's reduce the number of creatures they have in play. Alright, we could just lose here. They left an elf in play. Shepherd is an elf. That's not Heritage Druid. They do still have a land drop. And it's just Dryad Arbor. Deal. Okay, I could Curse Scroll right now and take out the Dryad Arbor. I think I need to take out Symbiote, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna go after Symbiote. Name Vicious Battle Rager, of course. They bounce an elf in response. That's fewer blockers they have. Vicious Battle Rager. Fill your wire with Symbiote. Surprise, I'm an initiative deck. Mox Diamond, not a great draw, but I do get to bash for 10 here. Their best bet is probably to go to 2 and try to win next turn, but they couldn't win last turn. If they're holding Natural Order, they might be able to figure something out here. But they did have a Heritage Druid, or they just found one. This is the Visionary. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4. They can hoof here, but it'll tap them out to do it. It can redraw with Visionary, and this gets the blockers going. Yeah, they're starting to grind through this. Free attack is lethal at this point. They played Beseiju. Zenith for another Symbiote would be kind of annoying here. That gets around my Curse Scroll. Lets them block bounce for another turn cycle. I got Nettle Sentinel. Or I'm just dead right now. They have 1 card left in their hand. Do I know what it is? I don't think so. Zenith for 1. Okay. Are we just going in on Nettle Sentinel action? Second Symbiote. You can pick up Elvish Visionary right now. You're still short of... Oh, nope, you're not short. Yep. It's been a while since I played with her against combo elves. Yeah, they can play Visionary here, but yeah, they didn't have 3 elves. No, I was right the first time. Okay. They are grinding, though. They're in the grindy hole. I need to draw a land or something else I can get out of my hand to guarantee a Curse Scroll activation. Cool. I'm going to Mox Diamond rather than make my land drop. Or I can't do both, right? Yeah, can't do both. Mox Diamond, because that grows the constructs. 1, 2, 3. Curse Scroll, take out a Symbiote. You have to hit Symbiote because anything else just gets bounced. Vicious Battle Rager. Am I just dead on the backswing? The Allosaurus Shepherd is scary. They're going to lose a creature here because they have to block and they can only bounce 1. Oh, I might be dead here. But not attacking is not going to win me the game. Visionary and who else? You're going to lose your Nettle Sentinel or your Symbiote. Nettle Sentinel's gone. They can save one of these. I imagine they're going to save Visionary, but maybe if they have a different combo plan, they'll bounce the Nettle Sentinel. Wait. My opponent's at 2. My opponent's at 2, and I just Curse Scroll a creature. Oh my god. Chat, why didn't you tell me? My opponent is over there laughing at me. Oh my god. Alright, if I lose this game, I deserve everything that comes my way. What the fuck, man? Natural Order me, get it done. I don't deserve this. Yeah, Curse Scroll can go face for 2 damage. Did I have that last turn also? Or no, the attack pushed the damage through last turn? Oh my god. Please whiff. Please whiff. That's called tunnel vision, kids. Don't do it. Korean Ranger, okay. 2 cards left in their hand. If one of them is Natural Order, we're dead. Maybe just don't be. Please and thank you. Korean Ranger, 1 card left. 4 mana in the pool. I deserve this. I deserve this. Untapped a creature, played a land. Now there's 5 mana in the pool. Don't think they have a lethal attack with Shepherd if they can get up to 6. And they just untapped a creature with Summoning Sickness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter. Hoof is good enough for just 1 attacker. 1 additional attacker in addition to the hoof. Okay, Zenith for 1. They get Symbiote, try to redraw a Visionary. That's probably what's happening here. Alright. My fingers are crossed and my butt is clenched. It's all borrowed time anyway. They have 3 mana accessible to them. Oh my god, 1 card in hand. So redraw Visionary. I think they're out of mana here. I think they've used both Rangers. They've definitely used their land drop. Only 2 elves. Oh, no, there was another Ranger. Shit. Okay. Now they've used both Rangers and Symbiote. Oh my god. They passed priority. I am going to fix my mistake and just curse scroll them in my upkeep. I don't deserve it, but let's do it. Figured it out. Okay. Unpunished. Let's bring in our 3 Plague Engineers and Tabernacle. Sphere of Resistance is pretty good against this deck too. Battle Rager is actually awful because they have so many creatures. Sphere in the maybe zone. This is 7 cards. 4 I definitely want, and then 3 maybes. Nile Spellbomb doesn't do much against them. Crop Rotation's good. They actually do have swamps in their deck, just all naturally. There are a number of bayous, so spreading algae is not bad. I do like Wasteland. I do like Beseju to take out Cradles. Smallpox is just lights out against this deck. And maybe it is an algae. I'll leave 1 in for funsies. Bathing Needle can name their various tricksy things like Symbiote or Grist if they're on the pivot. Maybe I don't want Spheres on the draw. So that card's really hard for them to beat. I think I'm going down 1 Beseju and probably not 1 Dark Ritual. Maybe some of the fast mana can go, but I'm bringing in Spheres and they're on the play, so I actually do want all my fast mana. Currency Converter might be a little slow, but I do have to win the game somehow. No, I'm off Currency Converter. Spheres it is. Let's do it this way. Oh, Graph Ticker's Cage. I just hit submit. That card's really good against elves. Should be in the deck. This is a turn 1 Sphere. Or a turn 1... It's not a turn 1 Wasteland, Hymn to Tarak. I am going to keep this hand. It's disruptive enough that I'm into it, but I would like to draw another land before it's too late. When it's on the Mull to 6. And Wirewood Symbiote. Okay. I'd like to draw basically any land. Hymn to Tarak, not exciting. I could Thoughtseize and Wasteland them, discarding Urza Saga. I am going to get started with this. One way or another, this Mox Diamond's part of the plan. Thoughtseize you. Take. Do I want to take Shepherd or I think I want to take the Vij. That card's a bigger problem. And if I Wasteland you, you're already set up with mana. Probably not. Yeah, I'm going to hang out on this Sphere of Resistance and save Wasteland for Gaia's Cradle. Shepherd. And they're just not playing their other land. That's fair. Let me get it with Hymn to Tarak instead. Just drawing like Bayou fetch land would be great here. Oh, they redrew Visionary anyway. Bummer. Ugh. This did not go how I wanted. I could spin Wasteland into Tabernacle, but that doesn't help me if they have Cradle in play still. I need another land to get through that. I probably just want to Sudden Edict them. Try to control the narrative here as much as I can. When I draw another land and can take out the Cradle and spin up Tabernacle, this game becomes a little bit easier. Right now, it's not good. I don't mind Beseju. Just turning Mox Diamond into Bayou doesn't change anything about my plan or my life. They can cast Symbiote twice here, or cast Visionary twice here and just start pulling ahead. This is my nightmare. Visionary happens, and they picked it up and they're doing it again. That's what I would do. Come on, Bayou. God damn it. I think I just have to waste Cradle because this is not going well for me. Glimpse of Nature. Okay. We're dead. Nettle Sentinel. You got it. Got the Heritage Druid. Virtual Rangers. Just as good. Okay. We have a second Nettle Sentinel. Now all 1-drops are free. Backing for 2. You know, a land to spin up Cradle with is still, or spin up Tabernacle with is still fine. That'll get a few creatures out of here. They floated, or they bounced Virtual Ranger after floating a green mana. This is basically free to untap. And now they have 2 mana available if they want to Beseju me. Okay, how about a land deck? A land, any land at all. Okay, that one counts. It's not pretty, but count it. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be a Tabernacle. Okay, rotate this. And slam Tabby into play. They can actually end step the Seiju here, and this doesn't even do anything. Yep. Well played. It basically gives me an untapped land instead of a tapped land. Not great. Okay, tutor up a Bayou and see if I'm dead. That's my plan here. I guess what I needed to do is wait till the end step, see if they pick up Visionary, and then they don't have 4 elves to tap. Okay, now we're dead. That was a speculative hand, kept on hoping to draw literally any land before turn 4, and we were unable to deliver that. Okay, now we get a game on the play. And I'm gonna rock the deck as it currently is configured. It didn't see Plague Engineer, they did see Tabernacle. Okay, got a fair and square little curve here. Get to Thoughtseize into Him to Turok, or Smallpox, or this should be the type of game that we can. Bayou, Thoughtseize. Collector Roof, Green Sun Zenith Once Upon a Time. I'm gonna take this Nettle Sentinel. If they Zenith for Arbor, I'm gonna put them in the fucking Stone Age, because you have to sacrifice a creature before you sack a land to Smallpox. Get the Arbor and the land that casts the Zenith. Please do it, please do it, please do it. Oh, they drew Thoughtseize. Shit. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm still pummeling them with Him to Turox, but they're not getting Smallpoxed. They also forgot to cast their Once Upon a Time before they Thoughtseized. Now they're gonna have to pay full cost on that when they get there. Awkward. Smallpox in the graveyard. No surprise there. We have perfect information about their hand, including the awkward Once Upon a Time that I hope this Him doesn't hit. I want them to have to cast that. Just see the 2 lands at the graveyard. Beseiju and Oof. Beseiju and Oof are gone. And they did not see this Plague Engineer off the top. Virtual Arranger. Cradle. Zenith for Arbor. It's fun because they were desperately trying to get their hand empty because they saw the Him to Turok, but that plays straight into Plague Engineer. Saga. And I'm going to Engineer Elves. Elf. Get rid of it. Found the Curse Scroll all natural, which I imagine is what that Oop was for. Seiju from hand. Once Upon a Time is the last card they're holding. Wooded Foothills. Okay. Draw land? Yeah. Nurturing Peatland. Honestly forgot that card was even in the deck, but there it is. I'm just going to kill Dryad Arbor with Curse Scroll right now. I'm not going to mess around with Saga. Curse Scroll. Take out Dryad Arbor. I'll name Him to Turok. How about that one? Bang. Get rid of that. And now their Wooded Foothills in hand has to beat my active Urza Saga, active Curse Scroll, Plague Engineer on Elf. Let's do it. Fetched immediately. And they're casting something. Alright, Elvish Visionary, just cycling that. Draw for turn. That was a great draw. That means I get to Him to Turok and do my construct stuff. The Pithing Needle Wirewood Symbiote. Pithing Needle Wirewood Symbiote. Land Him to Turok you. Whatever that is, just get rid of it. The natural order. Happy to see that go. And now I can Curse Scroll every turn while attacking for 5. I drew Mox Diamond. They just draw go. They are dead on board. Curse Scroll, target you. Now that I know how to do that. It was smart of them to wait to concede until I did this, since I have indicated previously that I don't know how to do it. But yeah, okay. A little misstep, game 1. Speculative hand that didn't get their game 2, but game 3 was just absolute ranching. Pox is just phenomenal against traditional combo elves, and with the Plague Engineers lining up well against this build of the deck, you shouldn't lose this one often, and I'm glad we were able to deliver on that. Let's roll. You come here to level up at Magic. To level up as a software engineer, check out the new YouTube series Dev Better, hosted by the founder of 7 Factor Software and Magic player, Jeremy Duvall. 7 Factor's small teams of high-performing engineers build custom mobile apps, APIs, and highly scalable systems for Fortune 500 companies and ambitious startups with great ideas. If you'd like to hire 7 Factor, or maybe join their team, contact them through their website at 7factor.io. And don't forget to subscribe to 7 Factor's YouTube for every episode of Dev Better. I'm on the draw in round 3 with a hyper-disruptive hand. My opponent is a Yorion strategy. I'm going to keep. Let's do it. See, what flavor of Yorion are you? Oh, wow. This is a rare flavor these days. Oh, the Battle Rager. I'm still fetching the 1 Swamp out of my deck. I did not change my mana base when I added initiative cards to the deck, and it's pretty apparent. because there's only the one basic to search for. Thalia, Stoneforge Mystic, Recruiter. I'm going to take Thalia. I can answer Stoneforge. Thalia is a pain in my ass, though. Yeah, the way I'm going to curve this out is Sudden Edict, the Stoneforge Mystic, and then the turn after that, they Recruiter of the Guard, then I Thoughtseize him to Turok them to basically Hellbent and knock out the equipment and whatever they tutor for. That's my plan anyway. Alliance Sash, they're getting scrappy in the middle. Okay. Do I even Sudden Edict this, or do I just go upstairs with him to Turok? They were disrespectful. Just gonna him. If you don't tutor up Cauldra, I'm gonna beat you up. This is where they just drew Cauldra last turn. Alliance Sash, Recruiter of the Guard. Those are the two spells I know about in their hand. Wasteland sucks for me, but if I can get this Liliana down, we're cooking. Turning Stoneforge sideways, you love to see it. Shit, there's Wasteland. I also have a Wasteland. I'm going to protect my black source and play Wasteland. And I guess I just Sudden Edict here. Or I could Thoughtseize here, but their hand is Caracas and one mystery card. Yeah, I'm just going to Edict. Get rid of this thing right now before I have to think about it anymore. So Liliana can show up and answer any creature they play this turn. Plains and Recruiter. I'll probably Thoughtseize rather than Liliana. Take whatever they recruit for. If they play their land, I could just plus Liliana and clear the thing. Didn't play land. Fair enough. Mox Diamond. Would I rather have that than Nurturing Peatland? Probably not in the face of Flicker Wisp, but I am about to discard the Flicker. Right, Thoughtseize you. Take your Flicker Wisp. And I will play the land. Taking my 1 here. Stoneforge Mystic. Wow, they're good at drawing cards. Now they're going to get the Cauldra and just come for my life. Please play the Caracas. Please play the Caracas. Let me Liliana you. Let me get it. You want to play around him to Turok? Drop your land. Do it. Do it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I really needed that to happen. For second Liliana, LFG, plus Liliana, I'm going to discard this Mox Diamond. I don't think that's a card I'm going to be casting this game. We cleared the Cauldra. And the beats on Liliana, but I have 2 of them. I can just minus, play the other one minus, have a empty board. Orion in hand. Interesting. With 2, there's 2 cards in hand though, so I don't just clear the Orion for free. There's a Saga. Happy to see that. I'm gonna minus and then Liliana and minus and wasteland them. If I can waste them off the Orion, less worried about that. Waste your Caracas and Liliana. Okay, now if I draw a land, I can go into the initiative. If I don't draw a land, I could just Saga. Neither of us do anything, I could just start plussing. This could still break either way. I got pretty lucky to survive it this far. Third Stoneforge Mystic of the game. Getting Batterskull this time. Yorion Batterskull, 1 mystery card in hand. Life from the Loam, that's a fucking draw. Okay. How do I want to do this? Target my 3 lands with Loam. That's a good start. So I have to tap Saga to do this. And play a Bayou plus Liliana. Discard Marsh Flats. They saw it coming this time, so they can pad their hand with something. They discarded Plains. They were just sandbagging a land drop. Which is great, because it means that Yorion is slower to arrive. Didn't attack. I'm not going to dredge Loam here. Second Saga, okay. I do everything I want to do here. I don't think I want to make a construct. If I could just grab Pithing Needle, name Stoneforge. Alright, they were wise to that game. Now we're in kind of a risky spot. We get Currency Converter. I could get Mox Diamond, discard Wasteland, play Saga. I don't really care about Pithing Needle anymore. Their hand is Yorion and 1 mystery card. If their mystery card is Swords to Plowshares, I'm just in the trash. So I don't really need to make a decision yet. I can plus Liliana, see if they discard Yorion, and then make a decision. Okay, I am getting Pithing Needle. I am going to name Stoneforge Mystic. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to name Batterskull. I don't want them bouncing that around or re-equipping it. I could just take a bet here. If their 1 card is Plow and I lose the initiative, because my 1/5 can block. Yeah, this is tough. Okay, I'm going for it. Just don't have Swords to Plowshares, maybe. Whatever they have in their hand, they just drew this turn. I've seen everything else. Okay, how about we don't have Swords to Plowshares in hand right now? You have Yorion and whatever you drew last turn in your hand. And I don't have a basic to tutor for, just good deck building. You didn't get Plowed. Plow, Flicker Wisp, Solitude are all really good here. Flicker Wisp was only fine, but Plow is devastating. Hopefully they just attack, I block, and then we go to my turn, and I start doing stuff. Flagstones, okay. One mystery card in hand. It's the 4th Stoneforge Mystic. I named Batterskull instead of Stoneforge Mystic because I was like, they've already drawn 3. Great. Okay. I mean, this one doesn't really matter. They were just casting the card anyway. They can't pick up the Batterskull and redeploy it with the Needle on Batterskull. We got that going. Get to attack here. I block. You gain 4 life. My 1/5 coming in clutch. If that was the 2/3 or the 3/3 lifelink, it would have been a lot worse. Okay, so if I forge, I'll have 3 or 5 toughness or power. Or would I rather Lost Well and have removal available? Also Dredge Loam. What does Loam do here? There's Urza Saga in the mix, but that's it. Do I want a larger creature? Do I lose the initiative anyway? I do, because they have a... Or no, they can kill my creature, I could kill Stoneforge, and then we're hanging out. I think I'm going into Lost Well. Yeah, I'm a control deck here. Let's play like one. First Scroll. Okay. Him to Turok to the bottom. First Scroll to the top. Not Dredging Loam. First Scroll. And play this. This can kill Stoneforge if they try to get cute. This means I don't get to make a land drop this turn. It also makes my construct 3/3 big enough to tangle with Stoneforge. So who's going to do that anyway? Now they can cast Yorion. That sucks. Not if they equip Jete, and not if they activate Port. Do they even have equipment left to tutor for? The Jete. If they attack with both, I am going to make a construct, which is a 3/3. I'm going to block Batterskull with the 1/5 and Stoneforge with the 3/3. They can finish off the 1/5 with Jute, but that did its job. I'm going to have a pair of 5/5s next turn. Angle with Batterskull. Yep, killed that. That's fine. I'm going into the stash, which gives me a treasure, actually. So they're actually going to be 6/6s. Cool. And I can Wasteland the Rishadan, which means they might not actually be able to cast the Yorion. Porting me, that's fine. This was going to happen anyway. Changes nothing. I'm not going to Dredge Loam this turn. I think next turn is when I do that. I drew Currency Converter. Kind of a built. I'm going to search for Nile Spellbomb. That's just an artifact. So is Currency Converter. And I'm going to Wasteland this Rishadan Port. And then pass with my shields up. Dredge Loam starting next turn. Okay, pair of 7/7s. Let's get weird. I'm not weird enough to attack. I am on full blocking duty. The sick joke about my build is that my Throne of the Dead 3, there's only 3 creatures in my deck that I can hit, and one of them, you need to cast one of them before you even get the initiative. Rooter, uh-oh. Could be trouble. And Solitude doesn't get them through here. Okay. Got Solitude anyway. Are they going to play for a long game? Because even if you answer one of these constructs, the other is still 6/6, which is big enough to beat the Germ. Okay. This is a 6/6 versus my 6/6. You're now Hellbent. You don't have Yorion. Just have to beat Recruiter of the Guard. And I have First Scroll face up in play. And I'm going to get a Skeleton. I'm going to block. They're going to end up with a Batterskull that can't be activated, a Jite with 2 counters on it, and be killing the Recruiter of the Guard with Curse Scroll. That's what this turn's going to look like. Do I Dredge Loam? Get a Spooky Skeleton. I Dredge Loam. Sets me up for next turn. Yeah, I do want to Dredge Loam. Then 1, 2, 3. or 1-2, 1-2-3. I can use my treasure to still curse scroll, but then I won't have. I guess I can only loam for 2 if I'm going to do it that way. So 1, 2, and then treasure, land, and curse scroll naming Urza Saga. Yeah, I'm putting 2 sagas in my hand. And curse scroll for the guarantee. And this gets saga going. I can wait for them to try to equip before I blast. Killed my spooky skeleton. No surprise there. Moving to combat. Curse this thing. Urza's Saga. What's that? Cool. Did you draw a good card? They're also just at 34 life over there. So winning the game is going to be an adventure. But I have 2 sagas and Loam. It'll happen pretty quick. Lauren of the Third Path, maybe not. This gets to destroy my Urza Saga. Or destroy my curse scroll. That's so much better. Okay. Yep. I see you, Lauren of the Third Path. Okay. We go into the Throne of the Dead 3. Let's hope to hit one of the 2 creatures left in my deck. Oh, we hit both of them. Easy money. Vicious Battle Rager. Has a 4/8. Puts me back into the top of the dungeon. I don't have anything to search for. And draw for turn. I'm not going to dredge Loam. Saga and just try to beat this Loran. They don't have Caracas for the bounce lock. And I do have a Wasteland kicking around in my graveyard if they find Caracas. The Needle on Batterskull finally paying off. They can't equip here. Yeah, they're just going to eat Lauren for some Vitae counters. Change their mind. It's just on blocking duty. Okay. In the end step, I'm going to currency convert. I would like to turn this Thoughtseize into a real spell. Oh, Dark Ritual's worse than Thoughtseize here. Someday they could end up with a card in their hand and make a big construct. I get to Forge. Yeah, I want to Forge. +2 counters on the Battle Rager. That's the one that if they block it, they take 5. Good deal. Through another Dark Ritual, which actually I'm not mad about. I'm actually going to use this here because I don't have a land drop lined up. Activate both of my sagas. This one doesn't know how to make constructs yet. Still has to learn. I don't think there's anything I can tutor for left. There's a Mox Diamond that just goes in the graveyard. Might as well put it there. I have a land. And attack for large amounts. Okay, there we go. Big damage. There are constructs in the way. They didn't tap Lauren to draw a card in the end step. They're betting their top decks are worse than mine. I don't know. I feel like when you're this far behind, you just have to hope it works. In the end step, I'm going to make a 2/2. And I'm going to Spellbomb and draw a card. Not dredging Loam. On Smallpox. That should win the game, right? Cool. We did it. That was grindy AF. Assassin's Trophy and Plague Engineer come in. I don't like Tabernacle or Sphere. Caracas does have text, but I don't think that's how I want to play the game. Nile Spellbomb's out. This is a great spreading Algae matchup. Vicious Battle Rager is really interesting because they have a lot of creatures, but if I do get stable, it will win the game. Like we just saw. First Scroll's great, Currency Converter is great, Needle's great, Smallpox is great. Into Tarak is solid. I might chill on Dark Ritual a little bit and one of the Battle Ragers. I'll find Battle Rager later when I need it. Could back off him to Tarak a little bit. If the game gets grindy enough, they'll end up Hellbent, though poking their hand was good. I'll also shape another Dark Ritual. I just got to make room for these somehow. We're going to play long games. Let's do it. This hand is kind of medium, but I'm in for it. It has Loam, which is one of the important tools in the matchup, and I do like having Thoughtseize against these decks. And having Needle straight up, if they go Aether Vial, just Needle Vial. And Beseju Loam, Wasteland Loam. There's a lot of important axes covered here. Please play Aether Vial. Aether Vial. Aether Vial. And go. Coward. Alright, guess I'm Thoughtseizing you. Gonna get my basic. Have a peek. Lion Sash and Thalia. Okay, I'll take Thalia. They are on a wasteland over there. Kind of annoying. Fine. Oh, right, the Lion Sash. I can Pithing Needle Sash. Just lock that up. Lion's Sash. Or is it just Lion Sash? Lion Sash? Okay, alright. Lion Sash. Maybe I'm supposed to just Besage you that thing and go ahead ramp. My deck's better than yours? I don't know. Maybe that was the right play there. Third Plains. Still sitting on the Wasteland. Lion Sash in for 1. Umazawa's Jite. Okay. That one, I am content to Besage you. Drawing another green source is great. This lets me just Liliana with impunity. I'm gonna plus, let them equip. I don't care. Guard Wasteland. I'm just going for their hand right away. I have Loam. I can recoup all this. I know they have Wasteland and 1 mystery card over there. Liliana doesn't care how many counters are on Jite. Cyclave Apparition. That was a good draw. Okay. Liliana's gone. I still got the Jite covered. My green source, fair enough. Okay. They are empty over there, and I just drew another Liliana. That's good. How do I want to do this? I can end step Beseiju Lion Sash, untap minus on Cyclave Apparition. That doesn't work if they draw any creature in between. I could also just Life from the Loam now and invest in the future. I'm going to swing for the fences with them hellbent. Yeah, they have to spend mana equipping Jite unless they drew Mother of Runes exactly. It's going to be fine. And I'm going to take the 1 so I don't ramp them in combat and turn on any 2-drop they may have drawn. Okay. Alright, and they drew a Plains. End step. Beseiju the Lion Sash. Another green source off the top. You love to see it. I'm going to leave Wasteland untapped. I don't have a spell anyway, and they might have a Rashad Port or something I want to interact with. Now I kill their creature. I get a 3/3. They have Jite on 2, which does not answer my 3/3. They can put Yorion in hand, but I can plus Liliana. That's just on board. So they have to insulate it somehow. Not playing a card this turn. There's the Rashad Port that I named specifically when I played my Wasteland. And they seem to have forgotten or are not worried about this Liliana in play. Yep, Wasteland your port, plus clear your Yorion. Okay. I hope we're in easy mode from here. Wasteland, Seiju, Bayou back to my hand. Play from the Loam. Load me up. Plus Liliana. I'll discard the Mox Diamond. Or, no, I'll discard the land. Mox Diamond could be relevant, buffing constructs later on. Orion's gone. Now they're in the squeeze. I can minus Liliana on the next creature. And lands. Good stuff. I'm going to start dredging Loam, trying to find Saga. Loam did not find Saga. It did find these 3 lands. Play another Wasteland. Mox Diamond, discarding Verdant Catacombs. I don't think the thinning's that important here. Each player discards a card, dump the Bayou, keep a Seiju chillin'. Right now Liliana can minus without dying. That's an important threshold to hit. Clave Apparition, kind of an annoying draw if they find that one. Literally, straight up, that one. Fair enough. Spoke it into existence. I should know better. I have the Jite covered on the Beseiju. That's fine. I have to clear that now. If I do it on my turn, they can block. If I do it on their turn, they can pump. Now they just have to gain 4 life and let it go. This is where not having the full boat of Sagas in the deck starts to hurt. Because I really want to find Saga, but there's only 2. I'm going to keep dredging, though. Nurturing Peatland, Rashad Port. Those are good ones. Peatland is a redraw. I'm going to sack it to draw a card and dredge Loam. Just ripping for Saga at this point. Pick up Peatland, Bayou, Catacombs. And I'm actually on blocking duty here because I am not winning the race. Oh, I forgot to pick up Beseiju. That might be bad. Solitude, okay. Yeah, Beseiju was a better pickup than most of these lands that are in my hand right now. Am I too far behind for Saga to matter at this point? I don't think so. Oh, Castle Lock Dwayne. Wow, that is extremely far from what I want to be doing. I'm going to draw a card with Peatland. I'm going to draw an actual card. Mox Diamond. Yeah, we're falling behind here kind of quickly. Beseiju. Peatland, Soul. And yeah, tough beats. I think we're too late for Saga at this point. Been through 27 cards in my deck without finding one. Yeah, it's time to start drawing cards. I need some removal. And I gotta watch my clock. If this goes into a third game, these Loams are kind of a nightmare. Okay. They could flicker my Mox Diamond. That's fine. Wasn't using that anyway. I got lands to spare. I drew Battle Rager. Kind of a tease. Drawing a card off Peatland. Not. Okay, Smallpox. Let's see what hits the graveyard here. I'm gonna discard Schadenport and sacrifice Wasteland. They sacrifice their flyer. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get the initiative, then I lose it, but at least I can block. Alrighty. Gonna poke the initiative back and forth here. Block the 3-power creature. Mother of Runes, okay. What's a good draw here? Plague Engineer? Not gonna dredge Loam. Draw Plague Engineer? Oh, there's Urza Saga. Well, too late to the party. Just gonna attack. Probably should block, but I'm dead regardless. Aha, I take 4 or 5, sucker. Triggered this thing. But I am dead on board. Doesn't matter. I guess I have 1 out here. I can go to 1, activating Castle Lochthwain, and hope it's something that answers their board. Got it. Okay. I'm just F6'd and let a couple seconds trickle off their clock as they resolve their effects and kill me. Yeah, that's Skyclave Apparition. That's the card I named as the one that would be trouble for me, and indeed it was. Turned the game around immediately. Now I gotta win a game. I'm down a minute with the clock started. On the play, I think I'm more interested in Battle Rager. So is that even true? Is Dark Ritual better on the play? Or do I want to just play these stable games? I'm going to favor stability. Let's just go back in, same deck. I'm not... If I had like 3 minutes on my clock, I'd probably have all my rituals and Battle Ragers in and just try to cheese, but Death and Taxes is not particularly cheesable. And playing first, I'm going to mulligan this hand. Doesn't do anything. This one has a turn 3 Battle Rager, but that's not what I want either. Okay, we have Algae Pox set up here. I'm going to keep this. I have Loam. Keep, but Dark Ritual, and I don't want to lose Sudden Edict, but I think I have to here. Edict to the bottom. Okay. Urborg, Mox Diamond, Loam picking up the Beseju. Okay, let's try to get them in the Algae Squeeze immediately. Just cheese this game out that way. I believe I am dredging Loam here. Yeah, especially now that they did that. The Wasteland. I'm gonna Beseju. Do I want to Beseju now? Yeah, I do. Okay. No, I'm gonna Algae. No, that's bad. Fuck. That Wasteland, or that Urzus, or whatever this is, Aether Vial is good. Alright, I'm gonna Algae you, and hope that I don't have Wasteland. I could have played Beseju as my land and cast Loam, but I think I need the Beseju to answer the Vial. If they just waste Urborg, then this isn't a swamp anymore, and that falls off, and then in the trash. Shit. Fuck my life. Okay, fine. Tried to cheese, but they won't let me. Algae does come back, though. Not draw land. I have to play Beseju so I can cast a Loam now. Ugh. Sucks. I tried to cheese. And at least Curse Scroll is kind of good here. Filing in what? Thalia? Oh, that's the one that makes sense on your main phase. Running Algae is... Or Schadenport is fine, I guess. I am not going to dredge Loam. Okay, Smallpox. Running Algae on your Schadenport. Multiple Wastelands, just in the top 10 cards. Tried to cheese and was punished. My cheesing. My cheesy ways. Yeah, I'm going to dredge Loam. I'm going to need it to win this game. First scroll, get in there. This can kill Thalia maybe someday. They haven't made a land drop in a while, but Vial is just ticking up. Seiju is in play, regrettably. Oh, a third Wasteland, cool. They port me, I'm just going to waste them. It's like the same thing. On land. At it, easy. Can't Algae anything. Can't cast Loam. You have a 4th Wasteland. Vial is up to 5 now. Hasn't put anything in play. They're just on Solitude or Yorion here. Come on, land. Hockey Wars Wage. Fucking fuck ass. Well, not paying. This might as well pay for itself, I guess. And I believe we're dead here. Yeah, the triple Wasteland start. That's pretty rough on me. I had one plan here. It was to cheese them out, and it's just not going to work. I'm going to stop paying for Mox Diamond just due to clock considerations. In real life, I would just leave it tapped and say it's paid for itself, but that's not how this is working here. Yep. I mean, the Aether Vial has done basically nothing this game at early turn where I could have besaged it. Maybe I'm just supposed to Loam. Try to get my mana set up. With more time on the clock, I would have not taken that aggressive Algae line. Like Ganjo, this can put Yorion in hand, which is just lethal. Yep, GG. Yeah, the triple Wasteland start. The first one was good. The second one was brutal. The third one was just LOL. Goodbye. All right, yeah, GG's. I would not have played that way with more time on my clock, and that's why, because they do have the tools to pick it apart. Hockey Wars Wage is some bullshit. Who does this? Stop it. Okay, GG's. On to the next round. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the play in round 4. This one sucks. If this Smallpox was him to Tarak, I'd be in on this, but I'm not keeping this on the strength of Thoughtseize with no follow-up land. This is more like it. I think I want to bottom the... Oh, this is actually close. Because I need the land to turn on Mox Diamond. Keeping Mox Diamond is like mulliganing another card. But Mox Diamond also lets me cast the Smallpox. I might just bottom the Battle Rager and see what happens here. I'm going to keep and send Rager to the bottom. I'm going to Thoughtseize my opponent, see what they're up to, and then decide what I'm doing with Mox Diamond. It's without Loam, and Loam decks are so awkward. What do we got here? Force of Will, Delver, Ponder. Okay, I'm going to take Force of Will and hope to obliterate my opponent with a Smallpox next turn. Here's the Misty. Please cast a Delver. Oh, your Death Shadow. Interesting. We went for Ponder over the Delver. That makes sense, because I'm probably a Wasteland deck if I have Bayou Thoughtseize. But they did not shuffle. Tough call here. I'm going to Wasteland, though. I feel like that's where I want to be with my life. Chose to Ponder, digging for their next land drop, which I imagine they found because they kept the Ponder. There it is. Now I am deeply excited about finding a black source to cast this Smallpox. Now's the time, deck. Help me out. Let's do this thing. We did it. Mox Diamond, discard the Rishaden-Port, and going down to 0 here kind of sucks, but I hope it's worse for them. All right, I'm going to try it. This is ugly, nasty Ox Magic here. If they have another land in their hand, we're probably losing. Okay, Force Pitching Delver. Deal. And it didn't want that to resolve anyway. I'll take a Hymn to Tarak in this spot. Yeah, they've pitched Delver to their Force. Their hand is Ponder and one mystery card plus whatever they're about to draw. Ponder. Getting this Liliana on the stack would be great. If they flip the script and Wasteland me now, I'm in a lot of trouble. Mysterian Forest, okay. Come on, land. Smallpox. We could try this again. I didn't want the last one to resolve. Not excited about this one either. Okay, let's hope they drew another counterspell. Pox. I'm going to die so fast to a Death Shadow. I hope they just daze this. Cool. Okay. We're kind of doing what we want to do here in a weird backwards way. Smallpoxes are functioning as Thoughtseizes and Hymn to Taraks instead of as Smallpoxes, but count it. Shock. And there's the island. They can Death Shadow here. There it is. Now Liliana's kind of sus, but I would still want that land. Come on, land. Yeah. going to fetch Bayou because it doesn't matter. I'm already exposed to Wasteland. And if I become the Undercity, I want to be able to tutor. Could they sack the Delver? The Death Shadow's bigger, but Death Shadow doesn't fly. So if I can get the initiative with any land, then I can actually block. And in some time on Liliana. Pass a turn. Okay. Come on. Dope. Let's do this thing. You can't snuff out my black creature. They can fetch this Death Shadow up to a 6/6. It's a little risky, but doing my thing here. I chump block, I go into the Lost Well, and then scry 2, hope to find an edict. Here's the attack. Block, obviously. Yeah, they can fetch shock and kill my creature. That's fine. We knew that was going to happen. All right, Lost Well, help me out here. Lost Well, show me Sudden Edict. Scry 2, Sudden Edict, Sudden Edict. Haha, Sudden Edict, get wrecked. And Takanuma's under it, which can pick up Liliana. Up top. My opponent shitting their pants in rage right now. I just topped the Scry 2. I'll wasteland you, then pass the turn. Didn't flash in Brazen Borrower. That's good news for me. And in their attack step, go to sleep. No creature, no creature, no creature, no creature, no creature, no creature, no creature. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going into the stash here, but Takanuma's on top of my deck. Yep. I get a treasure, that's not going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get back Liliana for next turn, but they're going to have the initiative before then. I guess I have to skip Liliana and get the Battle Rager back. Just retake the initiative, make a skeleton. Then I have 2 blockers for Death Shadow. Dead to Force of Will. I don't think they played 2 basics. You have the initiative. That's correct, they did not tutor up a basic. Uh-oh, another Shadow. I'm in trouble. End step, activate Takanuma. Get back my Battle Rager. And hope that Force Blue card are not the cards in their hand right now. King Needle, not helpful. If this resolves, I do have 2 blockers. Daze, I will spend my treasure, absolutely. Double daze me, bro. Okay, we're in there. I get a skeleton. Big blocks. Oh, if they attack with both creatures, I could just clap back for 5. I guess I'm dead if I don't block both creatures. Is the Throne of the Dead 3 better than having a Menace creature connect? The double block doesn't seem great here, but neither does them going into the Lost Well or Forge. I think I'm just going to block both and go into the Throne. Hope to hit one of the 2 creatures remaining in my deck. They cycled Street Wraith. Bummer. Oh, glad I blocked. Oh, Murktide Regent. Cool. We can't win. This is a fun game. Throne of the Dead 3. Can't wait to whiff here. Got there. Too easy. Had it. And what do I need to draw? Liliana? There's no more basics to tutor for. Wasteland's not it. Yeah, we're just dead here. GG. That was fun. Got scrappy for a minute there. Okay, I think the initiative creatures are too risky here. I think I just want to be a removally prison deck. Sphere of Resistance is really hard for this deck to beat. I don't think I want to be a Tabernacle deck. I'm going to cut Pithing Needle. They kind of use their graveyard with Murktide Regent. I don't think that's enough to justify it, though. Curse Scroll is a win condition. Spreading Algae, their deck actually does have natural swamps in it. Lake Engineer can name human for Delver and then also just trade with Death Shadow. I like that. Crop Rotation's a little risky against this efficient counterspell deck. They're also a Wasteland deck. You just got to balance it. I think I'm off Crop Rotation and I'm in for Sphere of Resistance. Do it. Turn 1 Sphere. Easy. Keep it. Gonna Mox Diamond, discarding, I think, Boseiju. There's a Saga, Sphere of Resistance. Let's try to end this game as soon as it starts. We're in there. We also saw last game they only have 1 basic land. This Assassin's Trophy could be Mega Live. Saga, Accelerated Saga off the Mox Diamond. Full cornball mode here. What are they doing with this island? Nothing. That's what I thought. Shocked and Watery Grave into my face up. Okay. Thought seizing me. See, it's the second Wasteland and the second Saga. I get to make a giant ground force here and then also Wasteland them. Through the Curse Scroll. Bummer. Probably have tutored for that. Now I gotta get Currency Converter. It was good against Thoughtseize. Insane. Wasteland you. Dash for 5. This does make Death Shadow pretty big, and if they have another land, they can play it, but I'm going really wide with Sagas in the meantime. And they might just die here. If they don't have a land, they're dead. There we go. Okay. Pox Life. I'm not going to change anything here. I like the configuration. I like it. This hand is not a cheesy cornball hand. I'm still going to keep it because it's pretty solid. I get to fetch my basic. I get to Sudden Edict a creature. I'd like another land sooner than later, but at least we're doing stuff here. Straight Wraith go. Okay. Urborg's pretty good. Does what I need it to do. They're passing. Cool thing about Urborg is I don't even need to worry about Stifle. Ooh, I could Nitrock twice. I'm going to Dark Ritual on him twice. Get you once. Get you again. Wasteland and Misty Rainforest hit the graveyard. Okay, they daze that one. That's fine. A little 3 for 3. Crit him for Wasteland, Misty, daze, and set them back a land. They could just jam Murktide here, but I have the Sudden Edict. Also nice to see that Wasteland hit the graveyard. That's not really a card I wanted to play against. And if they Murktide here, I can Sudden Edict plus Wasteland. Perfect. Ooh. Do I want to mess around with this? Oh, wow. This is tempting. All right. I'm going to go for it. I cast a Daze last turn. You have 2 of them. And I can still Edict the Murktide in the future. All right, bummer. You got me. Murktide's only 4/4. We can play around it. Shocked and Watery Grave again. Currency Converter. I like that card. I'll Wasteland you, though. And pass a turn. Might as well just Edict. Brainstorm off the basic. And they found Wasteland. Do they want my Urborg or my fetch land? I want the Urborg. That's actually weird because that takes them off of black mana. But deal. I get to play Currency Converter now, and I'm less worried about their discard spells because they turn into threats, and now I can start slowly grinding. It's a Locthwain. What's up? I'm going to cast a Plague Engineer. Name human if it resolves. Okay, the 3rd days of the game. You got me. Okay. Plague Engineer again. This time I'm playing around days. Name human. Delvers are off. I can trade with a Death Shadow or a Gurmag Angler. I'm worried about Murktide Region at this point, but they have to find the next land before that's a problem. Brainstorm locked. Good shit. I'm gonna Locthwain here. I think that's better than looting. Locthwain. Out a Dark Ritual. And begin the beats. This attack makes Death Shadow a thing they can play, but if they found a black source, that would have worked anyway. Ponder. I expect to see a shuffle here, unless their 3rd card down is the land they need. Did not shuffle, and they found Wasteland. Taking out Locthwain is fair. The card is about to bury you. I am going to fetch. I don't want to draw more lands. Let's just get them out of the way. Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to activate Converter. To loot away this Dark Ritual, probably. Oh, hell yes. Put Dark Ritual into the Converter box. Then play Saga and cast Loam. Targeting Wasteland, Locthwain, and Urborg. Murktide Region could still flip this thing on us. Not this turn. Another Ponder. Goes to shuffle. And they're just passing. This is the Pox life. And a Denial. All day, every day. Deploy Locthwain. And now I can make a 2/2 and make Construct as well. Their 7 life points are not going to last very long from here. We got the GGs in the chat. My opponent wished me good luck with going full time. They appreciate my content. Sorry this was such a slapping on the channel, but is what it is. On to the final round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the play in the final round, positive record on the line. This hand is pretty spicy, I'm going to keep it. I can Dark Ritual him to Turok and still use the last mana to Spell Bomb. And then I got Light from the Loam, ready to engine up. First real appearance of Crop Rotation as well. That one hasn't really come up much this league. Leading on the basic, as usual. Him to Turok, let's have a peek. Okay, it is Stompy again. We hit Seasoned Dungeoneer and Chrome Mox. We've seen this before, where Him to Turok hits a mana accelerant and an initiative creature on turn 1, and then they just do it anyway. Myria tapped. Okay. If I draw a land that makes green, I didn't. I was gonna say if I draw a land that makes green, I'm just gonna spin up Wasteland and waste them, but I need to get my Loam online here. Maybe I'm supposed to Wasteland there anyway. I don't know. It's a tough call. Lotus Petal, bummer. Ancient Tomb, bummer. Archon of Emeria, Jesus Christ. That's so much worse for me than anything else that might have just happened. I need to draw Dark Ritual to do anything here. I am not going to Dredge Loam. And Him to Turok isn't that bad. To play Marsh Flats tapped, Him to Turok you. Get your hand down to 1 card, and then figure out if I can beat this Archon. Thalia and Touch the Spirit Realm hit the graveyard. Important to note, if I had Wastelanded them, they could have still Archoned. Come on. Losing my Liliana, which was my answer to Archon, which my Edicts are now bad. Am not dredging Loam? Or am I dredging Loam? What does this do? What cards do I want? I need removal. Okay. Yeah, I'm not dredging Loam. Drew Loam anyway. Cool. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. I could bomb them and draw a card, see what happens. I'll just do that. Not dredging Loam. Another Crop Rotation. Guess I'm just passing here. Yeah, I'm too far behind on board to really Crop Rotation for anything good. Tabernacle's in the sideboard, not that it even helps in this spot. Black Thwain doesn't help. Yeah, there's nothing really good here. Guess I could get Saga, which is still pretty far behind the drop here. I'm going to fetch for Bayou. And then I'm going to spin the Nurturing Peatland into a Saga, which does immediately go into Construct mode because it triggers in the end step and then in my main phase. If I don't find removal in between, it doesn't matter. Not dredging Loam, found another land. I take 5 flying, and then I lose, basically. What's going on here? I guess I could tutor up. Oh, nope, doesn't matter now. We're dead. I was going to say I could tutor up Curse Scroll, hope that it hits, because it wouldn't be a lock. Yeah, the third creature just locked me out. Okay. All the removal. The Plague Engineers. We've seen the follow in addition to everything else. I don't need Pithing Needle or Nile Spellbomb. I do like the Battle Ragers. Spreading Algae. Unfortunately, we're not going to see Algae happen in this league. That Death and Taxes matchup was the opportunity for that, and that came and went. I don't think I want to Tabernacle this deck either. And I guess that leaves Crop Rotation. And here's my plan. Let's do it. Sad one. No lands at all. I'm going to mulligan. This one I can Thoughtseize and then Liliana. Guess I'll put the second Liliana on the bottom. Sometimes these decks have Wasteland, sometimes they don't. I'm just going to hope that this one doesn't. Bayou Thoughtseize. Here it comes. Opponent's on 6. Let's hope it's a sketchy 6. Got Chalice of the Void, City of Traders, Chrome Mox. If I take the Chrome Mox, I beat Chalice. I would have to Beseiju the Chalice. I could just take the Seasoned Dungeoneer and slow down. That actually sounds reasonable. I'm going to take the Dungeoneer and just take it slow. Because they play City, the Chalice on 1, that makes their lands awkward for the rest of the game. They're going for the Chalice with pitching the Emeria. And there's the Chalice. I have the Beseiju. Oh, but that is my second land also. I don't really have Beseiju. I'm supposed to take Chalice. We may never know. Just draw a land to make it easy. Well, they're not going to make it easy on me. I think I have to make my land drop. Oh, that hurts. Yep. That was a miscalculation. I should have taken Chalice. Now I just need them to not get anything going until I cast Liliana. Cavern on Cleric, 1 mystery card in hand. Alright, come on, deck. Hit me with a land. And land. Oh no! That Chalice fucking me up. But I can take back the initiative if they get it. If we get into a scrappy weirdo mid-game. I just need them to brick for a while. The city. Still haven't tapped any mana. Land. God damn! Okay, passing the turn. Don't draw a spell. They're passing the turn. Land. Oh my god. It's a land, but it doesn't cast Liliana. Do I want to wasteland them? They only have 3 without their city. Their city might die anyway. I think I want Vicious Battle Rager to be as live as possible. I'm not going to wasteland. Oh no, this is where they cast some 5-drop that I could have stopped. Thalia, that's annoying, but okay. Okay, deck. How about a Black Source? Not cracking the wasteland actually did give me the ability to cast Thalia if I find... should have been more specific. That's not the Black Source I wanted. This game just slowly bleeding out. Oh no, they're casting a Cleric spell. Only one of those. Well, there's several actually, but that's the good one. That sucks. Yeah, this one is sliding away, just no lands for 4 turns. I thought these could have taken Chalice, though. I can't complain about anything. Land. Yeah, we got a land. Okay. Well, here is the thing that my deck was built with the consideration of, which is taking the initiative back the hard way. They have 4 cards in their hand at this point. One of them's a Plains. They might be sandbagging lands because they have City of Traders, but I gotta expect Solitude, Touch the Spirit Realm, this reactive stuff. I do get to tutor up my 1 swamp, and I can't play my Mox Diamond because of Thalia. If they don't have removal, they lose Thalia on the attack, which is pretty nice, because they have to attack with both to reclaim the initiative. And then Liliana can punch through the White Plume. Blocking Thalia all day. Better believe it. 1/5 creature. Let's go. Oh, they have a spell. What could you have here that you would let me block and not just deal damage to me? Oh, I Ganjo. That makes sense. Yep. Good call. They do not lose the Thalia. And I do lose the initiative. Let's hope they go into Forge, because my hand can kind of beat up on creatures, but if they start selecting for better cards, it gets a lot worse. Yeah, that was a good Iganjo on the first strike creature. Gave up the City of Traders for the Plains. Okay, what do we got here? To untap one of their creatures, probably the 4/3 first strike would be my guess. The Saga. Okay. If I Liliana, what happens? Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Liliana. -2 on you. Probably losing the White Plume because Thalia is just a better card here. Oh, they pitched the Thalia. I can punish this, so I will. I'm gonna Mox Diamond. Oh wait, no, the Chalice is still in play. I was about to Dark Ritual. I got so excited that the coast was clear, but it's not. Yep, I guess I'm just passing. I go into the trap this turn. I bees in the trap. Taking 8, going to 4 this turn. They've tapped 6 mana for something. Is this Walking Ballista? Oh, another White Plume. This gets them straight into the throne. Oh, no, it doesn't. They already have the initiative. You get to draw a card. Face or Billy? Yep, face is the place. Need to answer Chalice of the Void if I'm going to have a chance here. Plague Engineer on Cleric. I didn't draw a black source. I can use 3 black this turn. Plus Liliana. Discard Dark Ritual. Then play the other Liliana. 1, 2, 3. The new one. -U. Unfortunately, I have to Mox Diamond, discarding the Saga, which is a card that I want, but I don't have enough black. And I'm going to Plague Engineer Human, I think. Plague Engineer on Human. And I'll pass the turn. Yeah, this game brought to you by that Thoughtseize on turn 1. I thoroughly underestimated Chalice. I just didn't fully comprehend. I saw Boseiju in my hand and was like, oh, we got this. Turns out we do not. It's a White Plume Adventurer, a Lauren of the Third Path. That is a human. Anointed Peacekeeper, also a human. Peacekeeper is the choice. It gets to name something, probably naming Liliana. Important to note, though, that Peacekeeper is not an initiative creature, so they don't go back up to the first door again right away. They have to go back into the secret entrance on their next turn. Could stabilize this board, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to beat the initiative. Uh-oh. They cast any spell here. I'm in trouble. Solitude, GG. Or hard cast Amiria's Call. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Indestructible board full of creatures. Well, my theory that we'd be in trouble to the initiative was true. My solution of playing my own initiative cards, not really that helpful. Oh, I don't need to block their attacking Lily. Not helpful anyway. Not that I can win this game, but I am gonna take a draw step and see what happens. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, I think if I Thoughtseize Chalice, this game is a lot more interesting. Okay, this was Initiative Algae Pox, and neither of the specific words for this deck, the initiative nor the algae, were huge players in the league. And we did have some cool initiative games. I did, proof of concept, take the initiative from White Initiative by casting an initiative creature. They took it right back because they have better creatures than me, but still, it happened. Spreading Algae only really had one matchup where it had a chance to shine, and my opponent had 3 Wastelands in their opening hand to shut it down, unfortunately. I gotta say, and it hurts to say it, on the list of decks that took a huge beating with the initiative entering the format, Pox is pretty high on that. These creatureless control decks that don't really engage in combat till they feel like it. This is a really tough situation. Even I played against Initiative twice in this league, and both times we turn 1 Hymn to Tarok them, and they just did the thing anyway. I had Vicious Battle Rager to fight on their access a little bit, but it wasn't enough because they're really built to do it. It's just a thing that I do. The non-initiative matchups where I could suddenly take the initiative in my creatureless control deck, that was pretty cool. This deck wants another basic land because you want to fetch one to get things started, then you want to get some value off the secret entrance of the Undercity. Initiative Pox might be a thing if we just stop trying to algae and play more Dark Rituals, play more Undercity creatures. There are 8 that cost 4 mana legal on Magic Online right now, and then there's another one that costs 5. I don't think you'd want to go that deep, but there's something there if you step away from the algae and make room for more initiative. As far as the Pox half of the deck, we did some good Poxing in this game. I feel like we resolved Smallpox very few times. I feel like we even looked at the picture on Smallpox very few times. There was a lot of Hymn to Tarok, Thoughtseize, Liliana going on, but very little Smallpoxing, unfortunately. Loam was great. Loam's always great. Mox Diamond was great. Currency Converter was solid. This was a great league for Curse Scroll. Got a lot of Curse Scroll activations. That's a Lockdwayne really delivered every time it showed up. If you want to address the initiative differently, you could play Mishra's Factory, just lands that can attack. If you do something like Smallpox, attack you for 2, take the initiative, clear a blocker, and then poke in with your lands. That's the way you could do this. But in general, I think black-green creature control is a huge dog to those strategies, and it is unfortunate. But it is exciting that black has its own initiative cards. Dark Ritual gets them out faster. There is a way we could go with this. If we end up back in this space again, I might explore it further. Luca, sorry we didn't kill anything with spreading algae, but the initiative was a fun addition to the deck, and we did some major poxing. A few opponents caught the Pox Wrath. Everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, all the other stuff that supports the channel, and I'll see you next time.